So, yeah, let me put the work in progress back up. I'm not a tremendous fan of Cheshire. I accidentally had a good game in her on stream last time that I played her, and it was because of the torpedoes. Well, like, again, to me, the 15-second reload is fine at Tier 8. There's other cruisers that reload about that. Otago reloads slower than that. What's the difference? Otago has 10 barrels. Cheshire has only 6 barrels, and her accuracy is just not there, right? It's just not there. Big M basically highlights the only reason you would want to play Cheshire is if you're top tier, you can abuse low tier ships with it. That's about it. But if you're bottom tier or even middle tier, you're going to struggle. Let's see what kind of matchmaking I get. If I'm top tier, it'll be a first. I think this is only my second game in the ship anyway. All right, middle tier.
Welcome.
Laser, thank you for the follow.
To Jurassic Park.
So it is what it is. No carriers. Okay. But SATs kind of echoed my thoughts, right? Like for a Tier 8 Premium, I'd much rather have a Prinz-Eugen or an Otago. They're just better ships. Just much better ships. Well, McGibb, if you go back and watch the game that I posted on YouTube in Cheshire, I really wasn't having a good game. And then I had a stretch in a cyclone where I landed like 6 torpedoes. I landed torpedoes off both sides of the ships like super quickly. And next thing I knew, and I didn't realize this in the game, but the Kremlin on my right was flooding. I killed the Henri in front of me, and suddenly I had 100,000 damage. So I literally went from like 35 or 40,000 damage to like 100k. It's like that. So yeah, it was a total accident that I had a good game in the ship because it's just, it doesn't feel all that great. Anyways, we're gonna play to the outside over here at A like you do and just see what happens. If I can get, I mean, she has a couple of things going for her. She has decent ambush potential. She's about as stealthy as a Baltimore. The trick is, I'd rather have a Baltimore, right? Baltimore has got the super heavy American shells with the improved auto bounce angles and everything. Like, I'd rather have a Baltimore. Just the 9.1-inch guns on these British cruisers, they come with so many disadvantages, and there's nothing on them to make up for it. There's just not right now. Certainly not on Cheshire. For this ship to be useful with 6 guns, she would need to be laser accurate. Or at least as laser accurate as you get in a cruiser. Like, if you gave this ship Japanese cruiser dispersion, she'd be interesting. Would she be awesome? Probably not. But she'd be at least a little more compelling than she is right now. Exactly. Like, there are ships in the game that you can get pens on out of the HE that you can't with the 8-inch guns. So I get it. But they're just such niche cases. I'm just not convinced that it makes up for all the other baggage that she brings. Well, Michael, that's a great thought. I've had a similar thought. The 9.1-inch shells hit harder, but it's not enough harder for me, right? Look at a ship like, when we get back to port, we're going to go compare Goliath and we're going to compare Hindenburg. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then we're going to compare Hindenburg, which now literally has half of the reload. She fires twice as quickly as Goliath. Goliath's DPM is terrible. Just terrible. Got a Seattle over here, huh? Can I make this turn? We're going to try. Let me get my guns turned to stern here. Look at that. 0 damage penetrations. 0 damage penetrations. Ooh, he's really not going to like my torpedo. Once again, here we go. The torpedo's doing really good work. Oh, come on, man. Are these 8-kilometer torpedoes? Oh, Well, there's the problem. I foolishly believe they would be 10-kilometer torpedoes. So, yet again, another garbage thing that she doesn't get that makes her just not good. Now, I'll give them this. The turret traverse on these guns is really good. But overall, this is not a good ship. She's just not. We have an Otago solo capping B because no one will spot him. What the hell? Yeah, the 8-kilometer torps for the opponents she's going to seed and the matchmaking she gets is totally unacceptable. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to sugarcoat that. That's bloody awful. Yay. I feel like I'm busting my ass and I'm getting nothing for it. And I don't even want to spend a heal, but I basically have to. Yeah, I'm gonna die right here. Ship is terrible. Okay, now so I got... Okay, so I can pin these... I can pin these Zumo. That's interesting. I wouldn't have put money on that. $10K through the ass. Thanks, Georgia. There's no compelling reason to play this ship. This is terrible. To be honest, Vladeshi, right now, I'd say she absolutely is a better ship than this. I mean, a better ship than Cheshire. I'd rather, honestly, right now, I'd rather play Furitaka. She's better. Team is terrible. Doesn't help that my team is made of tissue paper, like, and just has no idea what they're doing. Like, this Mahan's going to torpedo charge a Lion who has no idea how to play. Look at what this Lion is. Imagine how little impact this Lion is having on the game from his position. This Lion, all the Lion can hope is that the torpedoes don't have time to arm, but they do, so he's dead. He detonated him. Back-to-back detonations. Those might be decent shots. Hey, there we go. Not against the Belfast, sadly.
The enemy is about to win.
And now he has the Fletcher in the cap with him. Fabulous. Team has no idea how to fight, no idea how to stay alive, and I'm stuck in this piece of garbage. I took a random citadel. Wasn't even aimed at me. Huge fan of that, FYI.
Sort him out.
See what I mean? Like, the guns do work. I just don't feel like it's worth it over the 8-inch guns. I'd rather have the 8-inch guns. We're going to finally catch up on ships, but we're never going to catch up on caps in time. $700 points down, we finally managed to break even. I'm out of heals. And the Lion could have pushed up and killed the Belfast an hour ago, but instead, he's just camped. Yeah, there's not enough players in the Hall of Fame for it to be useful. Like, it's just terrible. Alright, we're definitely going to pull the giveaway after this game. I've let it run too long. So we'll get this done momentarily. Like, we're going to lose before I can get to the cap circle. That's how bad this team is. And they're going to kill the Lion at the very end of the game. Shocking. I mean, I have a very low opinion of Cheshire. And yet, I'd look at this game. It's not terrible. This is not a bad result. Right? Like, the team was bad. This Atlanta gets a compliment. This guy's terrible. This guy was terrible. Like, all our battleships were garbage. Our battleships were all dead hours ago.